Hi, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Pickleball and Politics, where I combine my quest to stay out of the kitchen with my passion for politics. So, as you know, we start every episode with a little bit of pickleball, and guess what? Oh, I am so ecstatic. It happened 48 hours ago, and I couldn't wait to tell you all about it. If you've been on this pickleball journey with me, you know how hard it's been. I got my first pickle the other night. Yes. I am still so excited about the fact I was playing with a phenomenal player. But we won 11-0. For those of you watching who have no idea what a pickle is, it means that you scored 11 points and your opponent scored, 0, a big egg. And a golden pickle is when you have the serve the whole time and they never get the serve. We didn't have a golden pickle. We just had a pickle. So that meant I served and I actually contributed to this win. It was phenomenal, I have to tell you. Now, the thing is, as I was getting to like 8-0, 9-0, then I had lost the serve. And it went to him when it was going to be 9, 10, 11. And he polished it. I'm thinking, no, I'm not really going to get my first pickle here, am I? Am I really going to have my first pickle? No, I'm not going to have my first pickle, am I? Oh, and then as it went to 9-0 and 10-0, when that ball went. And actually, we won on them. They were out. And so it was just like, I was like, oh, good game. And I'm thinking to myself, Yes, you just got your first pickle. I didn't announce it. I didn't make a big deal out of it. And probably about a half hour later when I was sitting down, I was talking to one of my OGs that I took lessons with way back when, the first time she took. And I said, I just got my first pickle. And she goes, you did? And I go, yes. And she goes, it was about time, basically. And I was like, oh, and she's like, did you tell anybody? I go, I'm only telling you. Don't tell anybody. I don't want to make a big deal out of it, And it was phenomenal. I'm just going to tell you, if I never play pickleball again, I'll know I got a pickle. But now I got something to strive for. I want a golden pickle now, too. But it was great. As you know, I've done a lot with pickleball to improve my game. I changed my serve. I've taken a lot of lessons, and I am just thrilled I finally got a pickle. So those of you out there who are here for the pickleball, I got my first one, and it was great. Okay, I want to talk about the most recent numbers coming out of New Hampshire. Every day I get the New Hampshire Journal, and it's filled with all sorts of, and an email, all sorts of New Hampshire politics. And there's a section first in the nation, and that's where it tells you where everybody is going to be coming up that day and for like the next week or two. So when I got the email yesterday, it had some new poll numbers out, and they sort of concern me a bit. Trump still holds a 27%, a 27-point lead. He's right now 43% of the New Hampshire voters polled are saying they're voting for Trump. Nikki Haley is at 21%. Ron DeSantis is at 13%. Chris Christie is at 10%. And Vivek Ramaswamy is just about at 7%. Now, what concerns me is that there has been this huge push of money and an influx of money in the Nikki Haley campaign right now. I want to tell all the Trumpers out there, do not rest on your laurels. Donald Trump, don't rest on your laurels. The deep state, the powers that be, are pushing Nikki Haley hard. And what I'm reading and what I'm hearing is that they're already telling, when I say they, I mean the powers that be, they're already telling Chris Christie and Ron DeSantis, if you don't do anything in Iowa, you need to step out of the race and step down. And if you take DeSantis's 13, Chris Christie's 10%, you add it to Haley's 21, you're now at 44% for Haley and 43% for Trump. Now, I realize that all of those DeSantis voters may not go for Nikki Haley, but you know what? when I went to that Chris Christie rally at Town Hall, whatever it was, those people are never voting for Trump there. They actually dislike Trump, the Chris Christie voters. So I know they would go over to Nikki Haley without a doubt. But something we also have to be concerned with in MAGA world is the fact that in New Hampshire, any voter can take out a Republican ballot on primary day. So, here in Massachusetts, if you're a registered Democrat, you can only take a ballot for the Democrats on the primary. And the same with Republican. If you're independent, you can choose and then go back at the end of the day to independent. New Hampshire isn't like that. It's an open primary. A registered Democrat can ask for a Republican ballot, and they can vote for Chris Christie. They can vote for Nikki Haley. And already I am hearing the Democrats are encouraging, because they don't really have a candidate. There's no race. It's Joe Biden is who the Democrats are going to have as their nominee, that they're already encouraging Democrats, the Democratic Party in New Hampshire, to vote for Haley, to vote for Christie if he's in the race, to vote for, well, probably not Ron, because I don't think they're crazy about Ron either. But anything to derail Trump. That's what they're looking to do. Any single thing they can do to derail Trump. Nikki Haley's got a huge influx of money right now, and Trump just cannot coast. This is not the time to coast. I'm going to tell you, when I saw Ron DeSantis, I knew he had lifts and issues. I actually took pictures of the lifts. I've shown you pictures of the lifts. It's without a doubt it was happening. And I told like 3 or 4 people, and they were like, don't mention that. That's like, really kind of tacky. Like, don't go after people's personal appearances and stuff. Though I went after Chris Christie because I don't think he's physically fit. Sorry. I think the president of the United States needs to be physically fit. I don't think he's qualified. But if Nikki Haley can get Ron DeSantis and Chris Christie's voters, if they're forced to drop out, because like I said, I'm hearing, especially with DeSantis, if you can't do something in Iowa, you need to just, drop out of the race. Again, a huge influx of money right now for Nikki Haley. It's who the deep state wants. It's who the RNC wants. It's who Rupert Murdoch wants. It's who is being pushed by the media right now. And I'm out there to Trump people, out there to Trump world. Do not rest on your laurels. You do not have this wrapped up. Nobody's even voted yet. Get out there. Don't stop. This isn't the time. We've got, 7-8 weeks before the New Hampshire primary. And we've got a big holiday season in between. And like I've said before, maybe a few snowstorms. We don't know. The powers that be want Nikki Haley. They just do. I said back in the summertime to a reporter with Epoch News that it, without a doubt, the Democrats have this huge advantage in that their convention is after the Republican convention. So we're going to have a nominee. And then they're going to decide who they choose. And let's face it, I still think it's going to be Gavin Newsom. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I'm going to tell you, that's what my gut's saying right now. And they're kind of waiting to see who we put out. Let's see what happens. I'm just telling you, Trump world, it's not the time to rest. It is the time to put the pedal to the metal and bring this home if you want Trump to be the nominee. Because they are working overtime trying to destroy him. All right, I end every episode with the dink of the day. And the dink of the day is the media, because they are in cahoots with the Democratic Party. And the Democratic Party is telling them every single thing to say, who to support, who to endorse, who to give airtime to, and all the rest. You know what's going on. It's bad. All right, you can reach me at Getter and Instagram at Pickleball and Politics on Twitter. There's been a lot of stuff about Elon Musk, and he keeps on calling it X, but I'm calling it Twitter. Twitter is Pickle and Paul. You can go to my website, pickleballandpolitics.com, or you can reach me on my YouTube channel. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe. You don't ever want to miss this, right? And leave me a comment. I love your comments, and I answer them all. All right. Until next time, aren't you proud of me? I finally got a pickle. All right. I'll talk to you soon.